She calls herself an active learner and has created an alter ego or even a digital avatar of herself. Her message is really an eye-opener and a visual illustration of how your students learn today. She's a 7th grader just across the hallway here at Central Middle School, and she is the daughter of Erica Pena, the star teacher also at Central. Please help me welcome Zoe Danielle Pena.
Wake up and smile, it's been a while. It's been like a whole day since I stopped, so you could hold me. This child awaits, strong in the faith. Lord, you are the refuge, and I can't wait to get to, 'cause I can't let a day go, can't let a day go by without thanking you for the joy that you bring in my life. Zoe Danielle Pena, and I am honored to be one of the 3 student keynote speakers today. So far, every message we've heard today has centered around 21st century learning and the conference theme. Don't stop thinking about tomorrow. The song that I open with is my favorite song. It speaks of today, and my favorite words in the song say, I can't let a day go by without thanking you for the joy you bring to my life. The song is talking about my faith, but the people that I see every day, besides my mom and family, are my teachers. And I thank God for the joy each of you bring to life every single day. I'm going into the 7th grade at Central Middle School, and the one thing that I learned about myself, among other things, is that I'm a visual learner. I like to see what is being taught and watch it develop in front of me. So, I put together a visual illustration that will hopefully let you see and hear what's important to me and to many kids like me. And so I'll start with an important question. Do you recognize me? Very soon, I will be your student, but I will not always sit in a classroom. I will not always take out a pencil or open a textbook. You grew up with books. I read from a laptop, an iPad, a smartphone. I use a keyboard more than a pen. I'm a digital native, an active learner. Why carry just a textbook when my iPad connects me to the world? I want to learn new things all the time and right away. Maybe the price for cool games or where to hike the Himalayas. To learn, I look online because the classroom isn't enough for me. Not when I could see faces, hear voices, and chat with people on the other side of the world. I want to learn about Chinese history from someone in Beijing. My school has to keep up with me, not the other way around. I have more and more choices. When you were my age, no one had heard of a charter school. No one could imagine a virtual school. But it's projected that by 2019, half of all high school courses will be taken online. I use mobile devices to connect with my friends, classmates, and teachers, and when I'm more connected, I'm more interested. I don't buy music at a store or movies or books. I get them instantly online. And when they excite me, I share with friends. That's how I want my education to be. I need a degree even more than my parents. I know it, and so do my friends, but will I be prepared? Public schools are under huge budget pressures, and traditional colleges are increasingly unaffordable. I don't want crushing debt. So, if I can Google the best price for cool shoes, rest assured that I'll find the best choice for education, like 2-year institutions and online courses, where students like me have grown 6 million strong. And when I'm older, I want to keep learning. Do you recognize me? Very soon I will be changing the world, but I need you. If you're ready to change the world, I'll find you. But it's your challenge to keep up with me. I'm a digital native, an active learner. Listen to me, help me. Together, we can create the future. I represent over 18,000 students in our school, and we want to be recognized for who we are. So, as you teachers prepare to greet us all in a couple of days, think about my message. I am an active learner. What does that mean? Let me try to explain from my point of view. I think active learning is really the opposite to what might have been the standard mode of instruction of learning, and where the teacher does most of the talking and we students do most of the passive listening. So here's me being a visual learner again. Think of a difference between a jar that's filled and a lamp that's lit. This is all metaphorically speaking, okay? So if my brain represents an empty jar and that all of you could teach me fills my empty brain, then this is one example of the traditional educational paradigm. Sorry. Now imagine a part of your teaching includes my participation to where you teachers have us involved, where we students can have the opportunity to clarify, question, apply, and consolidate new knowledge. In this case, you teachers create opportunities for us students to engage, where you serve as a guide to help us understand and apply the information. Now, I'm no longer the empty jar with an empty brain. I'm the lamp of a student learning that you can light. That took a lot of thinking on my part, and I think it deserves a round of applause. I'm only 12 years old, but just like I have my favorite pop stars, movies, and games, I also think I have my favorite ways to learn. I'd like to share 3 of them, maybe 4. Talking and listening. When we kids talk a lot, right? A subject in class, whether we are answering a teacher's question or explaining a point to another student. We organize what we have learned in our brains well enough to repeat it. And when we listen, it's like a lot of you men that have selective hearing with your wives or significant others. We too want to make sure that's meaningful listening so that we can relate what we are hearing to what we already know. When you teachers lecture, we need time away from the passive listening so that we can absorb the first 10 minutes of your lecture. So, talking and listening are my favorite ways to learn. My second is both writing and reading. Like talking and active listening, writing helps me to find the right words, my own words to repeat it. The same goes for reading. But reflecting is my #fave way of learning. I'm a little worried about getting into high school because I hear that teachers there lecture till the end of the period. Is that true? I can just imagine students gathering up their notes and books and rushing off to the next class. And I can almost, metaphorically speaking, sorry, I just have to do this because I would say metamorphically, so it just helps me say metaphorically. So it gets confused. See all the knowledge they gain evaporating from their empty brains. They had no time to reflect, to connect to what they've learned, or to apply the knowledge they just gained. I think that allowing students to pause and reflect, to use the new things that you taught us to help teach each other, or to answer questions on the day's topics is one of the simplest ways to learn. I want to close by saying this. My mom says I'm not going to be a teenager. She calls me a screenager. Because of what we do as kids involves some sort of screen and mobile device. I could see some of the most common differences between adults and us kids here in our schools, and I see them at home first. My mom has strong opinions against Facebook and social media. And when she takes my smartphone or iPad away as punishment, I feel disconnected and lost. And so, I read on my phone too. So I can understand why our teachers have such a hard time bridging the digital divide. And just like my mom gives in and tries to accommodate my growing and developing needs, I have hopes that teachers too can realize what it means for us to be digital natives and active learners, and to work hard towards accommodating our learning and educational needs. It has been a real big deal for me to speak to you today on WISD TV and for the audience watching and on World Wide Web, okay? It is even more amazing that my dad in San Antonio is also watching me here today. Hi, Dad! I want all of you to know that I am a proud product of each of you. All of you. You affect my life in more ways than you know. I've seen other schools in the valley, and I think we have the greenest grass and nicest looking schools here. I see our yard guy Victor out every day in the hot sun, and as well as our custodians. I can't imagine how only 6 custodians and 1 yard guy can keep up with over 1,000 students at our school, but they do. And I am so grateful that they do all that work for me. I don't think our yard crews and maintenance staff gets enough credit. So since I'm on the stage and I'm holding the mic, I like to ask the yard crews and maintenance men, stand up and allow us to applaud you. Thank you for all you do for me and for all of us here in Westlake ISD. And to everyone else, let's have a great year. Let's make it better than all the other years. And I hope that all of you can be proud of how you shaped the lives of many people here in Westlake ISD. Thank you. Thank you. Good job.